Hello everyone, this is Robyn and welcome to mypinkstamper.com. Today I'm going to show you one of our new exclusive bundles that is only available in the month of August while supplies last. I'll have all the information and the details of this YouTube video or directly on my website, mypinkstamper.com. This is one of my favorite framelit sets. It's only available for 1 month, but that is why you should definitely get it now, because it is only available for 1 month or while supplies last. But my favorite framelit set that we have in our catalog is the Stitched Shapes framelits. Well, this is also Stitched Shapes. It's just different shapes and they nest into each other. And then there's also framelits that coordinate with this blended season stamp set. So you can purchase these together and you get a 10% discount, or you can individually purchase them. I'm going to show you a really fun card. I'm going to be using some of our Stampin' Blends. These are our alcohol-based markers, and they work best with the Memento Tuxedo Black ink pad to avoid the running and all of that jazz. So we'll go ahead and jump right in. I will have the item number directly on the screen down here somewhere, and all of these can be ordered directly from my shopping page, mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. If you are new to me, welcome. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so happy that you found me. I hope you enjoy yourself today on this video. If this is your first time ordering from me, I do send all of my new customers a brand new catalog, or in this case, it's a set of 2 catalogs. It's our holiday catalog along with our annual catalog. And then that's just for placing any size order on my Stampin' Up website. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm using this flower here, and this is the only one I'm using from these stamp sets. This is going to be more of a stationary card. I'm not using any of the sentiments. I could stamp something on the center if I'd like, but I like to write letters to my friends. So I'm just going to ink it up upside down because it is so big. It's easier for me to have it upside down. You can also do it like this, but sometimes I find I move it a little bit more and I'll get ink on my block. This is one of our clear mount stamp sets, which means that it has the cling foam and you can put it on our our clear blocks. If you prefer the traditional wood mounted stamps, this one also comes in the wood mounted stamp set, so it's completely up to you. I think I inked that well more than enough. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp it right here on a piece of our thick Whisper White cardstock. I find that works best when I'm using our Stampin' Blends alcohol-based markers. They do bleed through a little bit, and that's okay, but this gives me a little more room to not bleed on my table or anything like that. Okay, so I'm going to put away my ink pad, put away everything that I don't need right now, and I will probably speed up this process. I'm going to do a little bit of coloring and shading, and am I doing shading? I think I'm just going to color. The great thing about coloring, it's very therapeutic, and for me, I don't have to stay in the lines. I'm an artist and I'm a creative, and I don't stay in lines when I color. But if you like to stay in lines, you can also stay in lines when you color. It's totally up to you. So you might see me go out a little bit here and there, and I love the way that looks. It's my favorite look. Okay, so these are the colors that I'm using. I'll have these on the screen, and then I'm gonna go ahead and color and speed up this process for you. So I'm using our set of Granny Apple Green Stampin' Blends. This is the combo. There's the light and the dark. I'll be using both. Then for the center, I'm using, this is the dark, I believe, the dark Daffodil Delight Stampin' Blends. And then there's a cute little flower that's kind of by itself, and I'm using, this is dark Highland Heather. And again, you can get these in the combo. All of these you can get in the combo packs. I recommend to get them in the combo. You might need them for shading later. This is lovely lipstick. I just like saying lovely lipstick. This is my favorite combo, of course, because it's pink. So this is the lovely lipstick. I can't say it normal, you guys. Seriously, I can't. Combo, and I have the item codes on the screen. At the very end of this video, I'll have everything on the screen for you to make it easier if you don't want to pause it and write things down now. Okay, so this is the part where I speed up and I put in some fun music, and I'm going to go ahead and color this up. Okay, I am done coloring. Wasn't that fun? Probably seemed really fast to you guys. It took me a little bit. I may actually, some of you might be receiving this card that I'm making in the mail. I colored a bunch for some of my customer thank you cards. So when you order from me on my website, I personally make some cards for you guys and I send them in the mail as a token of my appreciation. I make you guys a thank you card. So this was one of them. I usually don't do this much work for customer thank you cards, but I was feeling like I wanted to color. And okay, so I probably should talk about what I'm doing, right? But some of you guys will be getting this in the mail. This is our Stampin' Up! Big Shot. I love the Big Shot. I'm a Big Shot fan. I use it on almost all of my cards. I use some element with the Big Shot. I'm using this amazing, beautiful stitched frame that I love so much. Definitely add this to your wish list, and I would purchase it sooner than later just in case it's gone for good, or when it sells out. It's going to sell out by the end of the month. I'm fairly confident. Okay, so I cut that out with the middle one, the middle-sized frame right here. And it has these nice stitches. Do you guys see the little stitches over here? So amazing, I love it. Okay, so now I'm gonna set that aside, and I'm going to take the largest frame that we have right here. And I'm going to take a piece of our basic black cardstock, if I can pick it up. This basic black cardstock is cut at 4 inches. I don't know if you can see it very well next to the Big Shot. I'll move the Big Shot over. This is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I'm going to use the different size frame with it, the largest. And I'm going to make sure that I'm doing this on here evenly because we're kind of making some sort of a window-ish type card. You could also use these for shaker cards. They'd be amazing. They'd be beautiful. Okay, I'm gonna put this right on here, make sure it doesn't move. Now I like to use the precision base plate, and I know some stampers like to use the magnetic. I actually have the magnetic underneath here. Some like to use the one that came with the Big Shot, so it's totally a preference, but I use the precision on almost everything I cut. And I just hold it down like this until it gets right through here, and then I make sure I don't mush my fingers in there, and I just roll it. And now I'm gonna carefully remove this. I don't want it to tear for any reason because we need this frame part. We're not using the inside, we're just using the outside for the card. So I'm using this frame here, but guess what? Now I have a perfectly good stitched shape that I can stamp something and use it with this one again, stamping something on it or with something else. I'm gonna set this aside and I'm gonna use that probably on another thank you card. So I can set these frames. I'm not using those any longer. While I have my Big Shot out, I'm going to be doing a little embossing. So you want to change your platforms, and I'm using the platform that comes with the Big Shot. You just take off the extra piece. There's an extra piece that comes off. You just take it off, it's really easy. Or if you have the older ones, you can just open it up. So I'm going to put this right on here, and I'm using, I think it's called Simple Stripes. I will have the correct name on the bottom of the screen if I'm not right. So Simple Stripes embossing folder. And what I'm going to do, this is where it's like a pasta maker, right? I'm going to make this flat piece of cardstock become textured and embossed, and it's going to be amazing. You're going to love it. This is cut. This is our lovely lipstick. I can't help it when I say that name. Our lovely lipstick cardstock. This is one of our new in colors for the year. It's available just for the next 2 years. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches. And I'm going to take our Simple Stripes. Now this folder is 6 by 6, which means that you can have the stripes go any way you want, which is pretty amazing. You could probably even have them go diagonal. You could, look at that. I'm gonna have to do that on another project. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in here, the cardstock, or cardstock. Put this on the base. And actually I'm gonna put it on one of the platforms, the clear plates, and sandwich in between that. Okay, super easy. Just roll it through. I don't know if you can see my hand. Let me move this a little bit to make it easier. You can see me rolling it through like a pasta maker. Making pasta. All right, I'm done with my Big Shot. Yay. Takes up a lot of room on when I'm filming, so it's out of my way now. Yay. Okay, so now I'm gonna make this just a really I would say simple, but you know, the coloring part takes time, but it really, when I say simple, it means any level of crafter can do this. If you're brand new and you're watching this and you're thinking, well, I don't know if I could do that, you could do this. This is super easy. Okay, so this is a piece of our thick Whisper White cardstock again, and this is cut at 5.5 inches. So it's one of our 8.5 by 11, just cut in half. And I'm going to go ahead and score it at 4.25 inches. Oh, I did it at 4, darn it. I'm gonna do it 4.25, and I'm gonna pretend I didn't do that. But that's okay, I'll just have an extra crease at the back. Nobody will notice. They'll think it's a special crease just for them. Because that's how your friends and family will know that it's homemade. You have to kind of accidentally, there's my little quotation, accidentally make a mistake. And then they'll say to themselves, oh, this is homemade. They made it for me. And so they'll love you even more. So make sure you get those mistakes in there, you know, those accidents, right? Wink, wink. Okay, so I'm going to take our snail adhesive and I'm going to add it on the back. Anytime you're putting dry embossed paper on anything, I always make sure that I have the adhesive on all 4 sides. That ensures that it's not going to pop up and be all wiggly. So I'm going to flatten this down here, and I just kind of give it some love. Love, 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 massage, massage. You've been so good. Lovely lipstick. You get a massage. Okay, so now that's on there. Now we're going to have a little fun with our Stampin' Dimensionals. You could use the adhesive strips if you want. You'd have to cut them a little different, but I'm just using our regular Stampin' Dimensionals, and I have our mini baby Stampin' Dimensionals. These are so cute. Stampin' Up, I'm so glad they came out with these because they're like the babies. They're the cute little babies, but I only use them on special spots. They're not ready for the big spots yet. They're just babies. So now I'm putting those in the 4 corners. I'm using a lot of dimensionals. If you are like gasping right now, oh my goodness, she's using so many dimensionals. It's okay, they're only $4 and you get 300. So a little goes a long way. Plus, I want my family and friends, when they get my cards, I want them to have I want them to be nice and solid. I don't want them to be all wiggly and not last forever. So I'm using 12 dimensionals. I know 12. But guess what? How many do you guys get? Get 300 in a package for $4. That's super cheap. Now, these ones last forever. The mini babies, they really last forever. I ordered way too many when I first got them. One pack will probably last, 6 months, and I'm not even joking. They really last a long time because I think you get 750. You get a ton. You get 1 million, okay, for $4. Actually, you don't get 1 million. You get like I said, I think you get 750. You get a ton. Okay, that's a lot. It looks like a lot, but it's nice and solid. And I'll just take the backings off. Super easy to do. I could speed this part up. I'm going to speed this up. Okay. Now that that is done, now what I'm going to do is frame this on here. Look at how pretty. Wouldn't this be just a gorgeous shaker card, you guys, too? I bet you can come up with some really cute ideas. Now all I'm doing, and if you wanted to have a sentiment, you could like emboss something right here. You could add something in black that's bold. It would probably stand out. Or you could use our itty bitty greetings and just use a little really bitty itty saying up there if you want. I'm just going to leave it as a stationery card. And I'm using some of these are called our foam adhesive strips. And I'm using one in the middle, like this. And then I'm going to cut, you should never use your nice scissors to cut sticky things like this. I'm just going to give you an example of what not to do. Don't do this because you might have sticky stuff. So just use your cheap scissors that you let your kids play with. That is the best when you're cutting sticky stuff. Okay, I'm going to add these on here. Much easier than putting a gazillion dimensionals, and it's nice and solid. And these are a little bit higher. They're a little bit raised higher than our dimensionals. So I'm going to show you the effect. It's pretty super cool. I'm going to add this on here like that. But wait, there's more. Just for a fun effect, I'm going to add some of our adhesive back sequins. So I'm just going to throw some of these here and there on here. I love that they already have the adhesive on them. I like to use our bone folder. I'm just going to add these all over like this. Here and there. You can add them on the flower if you want. I'm just kind of putting them in the white spaces like that. So there is my beautiful card. It only took me 20 years to make, but I highly recommend if you love to color or if you need something therapeutic, the Stampin' Blends are my #1 choice. If you have any questions, you can contact me. The contact information is below. If you'd like to place an order, the shopping page is mypinkstamper.stampinup.net. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you like what you saw, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I would love to share more of my videos with you. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.